TVC breakfast is going to be a little bit different. My name is Etoma Edu.
Good morning, Nigeria. Happy Democracy Day, and thank you for joining us. I am Veronica Danik-Boy.
Good morning, Nigeria. What a beautiful day. Happy Democracy Day and happy holidays. I am Ria Abdul. Welcome to our show.
Happy Democracy Day. This is Sam Omache.
Oh my God.
Of course, when you see Sam, you know that, yes, the authority is here. But again, today we are talking Democracy Day. 26 years of uninterrupted democracy. How far have we come is what Nigerians have been talking about. And that will be the focus of our conversation all through today. And today, as Nigeria marks another democracy, we pause to reflect on a remarkable journey, one of resilience, renewal, and rising resolve, rather. June 12th, now nationally recognized, is more than a date. It is a tribute to those who sacrificed for free and fair election, the resilience of the Nigerian people, and the long road to freedom and civilian governance. Since the return to civilian rule in 1999, Nigeria has witnessed 6 consecutive general elections, and more citizens are now demanding transparency through activism and digital platforms. Let's play you this report.
Every 12th of June, we celebrate Democracy Day in Nigeria, and it's always a public holiday. Today, I am at the Lagos State Secretariat. We're going to speak to a couple of civil servants. Let's find out what they think. 26 years and counting. Are we still practicing democracy in Nigeria? Let's find out.
Democracy Day is the time that government of ourselves, an opportunity for us as Nigerians, electing our own people to represent us and giving us the dividends of democracy. So it's a day that we all appreciate because we are in charge of our own administration. And the goodies of democracy through our representatives are what we are getting. So it's a nice day, and we are hoping for a better Nigeria. The current day, the democracy, you know, we are advancing. We've started since 1998, and today it still continues. So we are improving, we are getting better than the way we are. And people are more conscious of democratic rule than before. So I think we are getting better. If we can continue this way, I'm sure the country will be better for it.
Nigeria was liberated the day people are allowed to choose for themselves what they want, Since democracy is meant to be defined as government of the people, chosen by the people, for the people. And we thank God that Nigeria transformed to that situation. We became a democratic nation when we transformed from the military to the democratic government. We thank God for our president that is there now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for all the things he's been achieving. We may not have been finding it on the same level individually for now, but the government, the country is feeling it. And for everybody that knows what the economic situation of the country, we thank God, and we hope that by the time he completes these 4 years, we're going to thank God for going into that democracy.
Democracy Day is a day where people, we are citizens of the state, of the country, came out to vote peacefully, to gain access, to have freedom, to good life, to good health, to information, to everything. That is democracy. And when we say democracy, democracy is for the people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy is what we call a grassroots system. You have to carry the grassroots along. If you don't carry grassroots along, there's no way it will be function. So therefore, democracy is important. In any nation, in any country, you can see the works of democracy. For example, Mr. President Tinubu has demonstrated what what democracy is all about by taking from the grassroots, from the local levels. Even if you look at the works of the wives of the former governors and the presidents, they all came from the grassroots too. And they bring people along with the grassroots, because it is the grassroots that you speak to, that they will listen, and you will listen to their cries.
To me, democracy means a lot of things, but the first definition, democracy, I think it's a Greek word, demos and kratos, which means power and the people. So to me, democracy is power of the people, by the people, and of course, for the people. Well, to the citizens of Lagos, to citizens of Nigeria, and of course, my constituents, the youths, democracy is a government of the people, by the people, for the people. You need to participate, you need to be a part of it. So as we're celebrating, let us also continue to remember that we all have civic rights and responsibilities, to partake of. As simple as, voting. We can start demonstrating, being a part of democracy by lending our voice, by voting. So I'd like to encourage us all to start from there, and of course, continue to be a part of the system. The government is the people is the government. If you want a good government and you want good governance, you need to be a part of it, and it's as simple as being involved.
Interesting. The government is the people and the people is the government. I like that summation, but well done, Ria, on having those people
exactly.
speak, because a number of Nigerians do not like to talk about democracy or celebrations like this. But let me begin with you, Sam, regarding some of the things that these persons have talked about. Our journey for democracy and the fact that a lot of people are still seeking hope for a better Nigeria.
Yes, democracy is not something we should take for granted, because many people have seen democracy as though it has come to stay. Nothing comes to stay unless you let it stay. We forget that in the history of humanity, democracy is just a blip. Democracy is the least of all the systems that we have used in the world. We have used a lot of them. Most of them are authoritarian, except for the Greek period when they had democracy, and the Democrats voted out democracy. So democracy is always fragile. We should know that. But it is the best form of government that we know, because it's a government, a system of popular persuasion, and we have seen that. It is not easy to retain it. It's not even easy to understand it. We have seen over the past 26 years all the strains and struggles that the country has had to put up with, because some people don't think that we have actually overcome the psychology of being a country under military rule, because we have been under military rule for a long time. Right. I see some politicians also act as though they have the powers of the soldier. They control people, they control things, they've defied the rule of law. But we have moved from step to step, and we are better off in 2026 than we were in 1999, in spite of all the struggles. So, but it's also it's okay. Maxim Gorky said, the people who deserve freedom are those who are ready to fight for it every day. We have to make sure that the democracy is not something we do without vigilance. That's why churches said democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the other ones that we have tried from time to time.
Interesting, because there are another aspect that that the last respondent mentioned, that, which you also reflected in your statement, Sam, is the fact that we need to fight for it, democracy. And I'm wondering how we have fought since 1999 to ensure that we reflect what democracy really is about for the people. We fought for it and we got it. We wrested it off the hands of the military to ensure that we return to a democracy and people can have some level of hope. But over the years, when you're looking at the tenets of democracy, as a people, as a country, have we been able to fight such that we feel the impact of the democracy we say we practice?
The problem with democracy is that many people think that democracy is about systems first. It's about ideas first. Democracy is about people first. And if the people don't handle it well, they can lose the democracy. Democracy is interesting because it is such a fanciful idea that we believe that everybody has to be there. We have to do things fine. We have to do things according to the majority. But there are some people who believe that the majority is often manipulated by a minority, and that what we have as democracy is a cloak in which the minorities have the power, they control the ideas, they control the money, they control the institutions, and so on. So individuals are very important in democracies. That's why democracies have heroes, which is supposed to be an irony, because it's supposed to be about people, and not about individuals, but individuals make it whatever it is. Like we saw in the case of the United States, when the old system, the whole democratic history rested on one man, Mark Pence, to say, do I agree that I'm going to accept the elections or I'm not going to accept the elections? If he had voted against it, American political history will have changed, in the twinkle of an eye. So that is how fragile, that's why fragile democracy. So people talk about institutionalism and rational choice. Yeah. Is it the institution that works, or the people who make the rational choices? Individuals make rational choices, and that's why they say democracies have consequences. Look, the whole world just voted for, the United States voted for Trump, and because of only one man, the whole world is in trouble.